Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and a Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short. Hey, Bloodstock 2023. It's already time to start talking about that, because if you were at the festival this past August, this past week to 2 weeks ago, you'd have seen after Testament played, a load of bands announced for the 2023 edition, all online now, so you weren't there, you could at least know who they are. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to run through who was announced, who we're excited to see of this, and how much of a ticket seller it is. Spoilers, we've already got our freaking tickets, such as the sellout nature of VIP.
Yeah, you don't get much time for that anymore, do you?
No, you really do not. It's becoming a hot commodity. Pretty much sold out, except for some upgrades, I think, as of the time of recording. So yeah, a couple of bands were announced, 2 headliners, and a couple of special guests, I believe. So we're going to kind of roll through them, starting with the 2 headliners, and just offer our unfiltered opinions about our interests. So the first one, making her first ever headline appearance, I believe, at any festival in the UK at least, and certainly for Bloodstock, it's Killswitch Engage. Killswitch Engage, Brendan.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. That's the truth of it. I have got no dislike of Killswitch Engage. I like a few songs.
Yeah.
I like the front man. You know, I've got no problem with them as a band. So I think it's a good announcement, because I think they're the right sort of step up band. You know, it's just one of those ones, isn't it? It's like, I'm kind of happy for them. Probably, I think they do a good job.
Yep.
You know, I think they do a very good job. I'm not particularly fussed. It's one of those ones where I'll probably watch it for curiosity, to be honest with you. But yeah, I didn't punch the air when they were announced. So, you know.
Unsurprisingly, I'm in agreement here. I second this. Got no issues with Killswitch Engage. Kind of grew up on them to a certain degree and then fell out of love with them. And now when I hear Killswitch songs, I'm like, hey, this is cool. This is a good song. But I don't go out of my way to check them out. Seeing them play live, I don't know if I've ever seen them play live. I certainly can't remember if I have. So I'm going to consider the fact I basically haven't. So at least at Bloodstock and can take that into account. As a headliner, doesn't do loads for me. Not that interested overall, because I'm just not interested in music. However, I do like plenty of the songs. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, it's Bloodstock as a headline thing, and it's going to be a kind of best of, a big chance for them to put on a performance worthy of a headline slot. That at least probably will be fun, you know. There's enough songs I know that if they hit those, I'm going to be like, hey, cool, this is banging, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And the second headliner of the 3 that was announced is the return of Megadeth. Not their first rodeo at Bloodstock, at least as long as I've been going. I think this is the 3rd time they've headlined since I've been going to Bloodstock, from 2016 or 2014. I can't bloody remember, 2016. So Megadeth have been there twice before. This will be the 3rd time. They are the Sunday night headliners, I believe. So that kind of puts them in that intriguing position, is we're normally setting up to go if we haven't gone already by this point. And to be honest, Megadeth isn't gonna keep me hanging around. As much as I like the band, I'm just not that interested.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same with the whole, you know, Megadeth vibe. I guess I was kind of happy for them to be announced, I guess, purely because there's 2 reasons, right? One is the selfish reason, one which is like, please don't announce my favorite band for Sunday night. I want to go home. You know, and the other side, but then also at the same time, like I think sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the classic headliner on a Sunday can be a bit wank. Whereas Megadeth, you know, like they got new music out or they got new singles out, but they got new albums coming out and all that. So it's still quite very relevant. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just a nostalgia trip, which I think is pretty cool. So whether that means they'll come there and play new music, I don't know. Like, it's a festival set at the end of the day, but I think that's kind of cool. It's not just like some, you know, rolled out some old granddads for the Sunday night headlines, like they haven't released music in 10 years or whatever.
No, fair. That's true. Megadeth are still doing stuff, fairly relevant. And yeah, we don't know who the 3rd headliner is as of yet. Bold predictions out there, plenty flowing around. We might have some of our own in a different video. We'll get to that. Elsewhere on the lineup, Knocked Loose. One for the youngsters here in Knocked Loose. Pretty hot band as of the time. I think they'll do pretty well. I'm going to presume, and I'm presuming here based off the position on the poster and the kind of the font, that they are probably likely to be on the main stage. That in itself is where I'm like, I would have thought maybe the selfie tent, but that's just me. Maybe they will be in the actual tournament. Anyway, I'm making some guesses here. I like Not Loose.
Yeah, so do I. I've got no problem with Not Loose. Just, I don't know, it's fucking hardcore, man. Just fuck off with your heart. It's pretend like a hardcore festival.
That's a bit
what
hard.
it feels like. We do death metal and hardcore now. Bring back my power metal. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, like Not Loose are a decent band. Don't get me wrong. I've got stuff of theirs on my music player. I like them. So, in a way, I kind of hope they are on the main stage because I think I'll enjoy them more on the main stage. I think they're big enough for it. So,
yeah. DevilDriver back again. I'm a bit on the fence to this one because I kind of haven't really been into DevilDriver for a while now, if I'm honest. But then they haven't really done anything new since that Country Covers album, which I didn't really care for. Yeah. But DevilDriver, I've always enjoyed DevilDriver live, except weirdly enough, the last time I saw them at Bloodstock, where I thought they were just average. That was about, I think, was that 2018 or 2019? I know you were there for sure.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, the main stage wasn't.
I didn't think. Yeah, they didn't sound particularly good. But I still quite enjoyed them that time still anyway. But like, I don't know. I've got, I wouldn't say fond memories of it as such, but I got like memories of it. You know, I remember them playing Sail and stuff like that. You know, which is possibly a strange choice because they've actually got a very good catalog. If they play the right songs, man, they got a great like 45-minute festival catalog.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? But in a way, I'm the same as you. You know, like as far as I was concerned, I don't even really count the fucking cowboy shit. To be honest with you, I think Trust No One was the last DevilDriver album. I think, and I like that album very, very much. I don't know. Like, I guess my only thought with this is like, are they like going to do something then, or like? Do you know what I mean? Like,
they are, right? I presume something's coming, right?
I hope so because. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know, man. I haven't really heard an awful lot of buzz about them for a couple. It was kind of strange. Like, if you announced DevilDriver like 3-4 years ago, there was like, you know, there's still a big name and all that. But
yeah,
you don't even really hear anything from them much these days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to have a look myself and see. There's something like the last thing was like 2018, something called Dealing with Demons, which was. It was reported that DevilDriver had 48 songs written for a new concept double album for Forest Status with a record of our career, but that was in 2018. There's been nothing since, so fuck knows.
Dealing with Demons 1 came out in 2020.
Oh, did it? I didn't even know it came out. There you go.
No, wait, did it?
If it did, it come out quietly, man.
It was scheduled for release. Did it come? I am baffled over this. We're gonna have to do some off fucking like.
Yeah.
I'm baffled now because it looked like it was came out, but then it looks like it didn't come out. Oh, shows how much we are up on our DevilDriver knowledge. I'm gonna have to proper like after this Google this and look into this and check on music players and see what's going on there. But back to the festival, I think it's simply that. I think if we're in the right mood, lathered up nicely, not doing interviews, that kind of thing, then we'll probably both quite enjoy DevilDriver still.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the right set list, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you pay the right 6 or 8 songs, you know, out of a collection of very, very good songs that they've got, and it could be fucking brilliant. Yeah. You know.
Agreed. Okay, Decapitated. So got some heavy death infused metal here for you. I like Decapitated. I am a fan. I'm happy to see them at this fest. I expect this to be quite an enjoyable show. I'm down with it.
Yeah, I was happy with Decapitated too, very much so. Saw them play, I think maybe the same year DevilDriver were there actually. We might be on that rotation.
Yeah, I think you might be.
Yeah.
Why not? We're really just doing that rotation, yeah.
Because I think that was also the year that King 810 was there as well. But there you go. So I do think we might be. Oh, it's been 3 years, guys. Right, ring up those guys from, you know, the last time. But yeah, like I like Decapitated a lot. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one.
Well, you mentioned now, we'll go straight to them then. King 810. Look, I don't care. I didn't care last time we were there. I don't care. I care even less now. Nope. Won't even consider. Won't even be a curiosity watch for me. Just a complete and utter. Nah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I've got nothing with this band. I have no relationship with them at all. You know, I don't particularly want one. I've listened to some of their stuff years ago. I don't like it. I saw a lot of negative press about them and that. I don't like a lot of the attitude and shit that seems to follow them around. I don't know if that's still relevant today because I don't have any relationship with the band, but each to their own. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there that will enjoy it. It just won't be me.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do enjoy it, more power to you. But one band I think I will enjoy, and I was quite pleased to see, because they're kind of like buried amongst everybody else, is Fit for an Autopsy, Deathcore. These guys are killing it, man, at the moment. I think these guys are awesome. I'm down with this. I'm looking forward to seeing these.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. I think I don't really follow them like a lot. That's the thing, but you know, it's deathcore. I like deathcore. I don't think I've seen them before, so you know, that's all good.
Fair dues. Yeah. Gatecreeper, bit more death metal for you. What's your relationship with Gatecreeper? Because I don't really have one, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't have much either. I mean, I know the band. I've got some stuff like musically that I listen to, but I wouldn't say I listen to it all the time or anything like that. But the name I know instantly. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? It's that thing. It's like, oh, I know them. And then you're like, do I? How much do I know about them? I don't know very much about them. So yeah, it could be a good opportunity to, you know, obviously as we got a long time until the next Bloodstock, but as it gets closer and closer, we tend to sort of like start checking out music and stuff from them. So, you know, between now and then might become the band I can't wait to see.
Yeah, know. And the fact that it's set in the genre of death metal means it's kind of a safe bet. Most part, we do enjoy a lot of death metal. So, and people seem quite happy with Gatecreeper. They're one of them all like, oh, cool, Gatecreeper. In reactions online.
Yeah, so that's no complaints about them.
Which brings us to this one. And I don't know if you've looked into it. I haven't. And I did it on purpose, purely this, because I was like, when they were announced as part of this group, I was like, who? And I still feel that's the case. Unto Others. Yeah. I've never heard of this band.
Yeah, I'd never heard of them either. And I thought it was kind of odd that they was announced.
Yeah.
Or like almost at the same time. But even though I don't like every band that's been announced, that like it all seemed to be like names that are recognizable. You know, every name that was announced by these guys I recognized. So I did do research when I came back. I wouldn't say it helped out an awful lot, but it a little bit. Like you might know more. Like firstly, they're a heavy metal / gothic rock band, so something a little bit different to the stuff that's been announced. But the most telling part of it really was this, and that is that actually they've been around for a while, but they were forced to change their name in 2020. They were up until that point called Idle Hands.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so someone or something or whatever somewhere trademarked the name Idle Hands back in 2014, and after multiple court cases and shit like that, in 2020 they were forced to change their name, and that is Unto Others.
I wonder if that's
Roadrunner Records band. So like, you know, I kind of, with the bit where I was saying it doesn't really help me an awful lot is while the name Idle Hands is way more familiar to me than Unto Others, I still don't know them well, like enough to go like, oh, I know songs or anything like that. I just recognize the name Idle Hands, or I don't recognize the name Unto Others at all.
That's it. Okay, that does make a little bit more sense. Yeah, I'm interested to read up about that copyright thing, because when I hear Idle Hands, aside from the music side of things, the band, I also think of obviously the 90s movie, the 90s comedy horror movie. And it's like, oh, is that related to? But then it seems like a really long time ago to suddenly bring that into a copyright issue now.
It's really quite like, everything's quite strange, you know. I'm just looking on like that Encyclopedia Metallum, and like, you know, it's got like multiple EPs and full lengths and singles, but everything's dated 2021 because I guess they re-released everything under the new name and like, you know, that sort of stuff. Formed in 2020, you know, but like with multiple full lengths and everything like that, everything was released in 2021. It's quite hard to follow. I don't know, that might have been the sort of thing where unless like they genuinely can't just use the bloody name at all, where, you know, Bloodstock could have potentially announced them as Unto Others, formerly Idle Hands, or something like that, you know.
Right.
Or maybe enough people know that already, that, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's just us.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're watching this video and you've got a bit more knowledge on it, please drop it in the comments and let us know where it's still confusing this one. And of course, I have purposely avoided one more band on this lineup for good reason. Is because it's easily the best band announced of this. A band we were calling to play this year, if not the year before as well. But they've finally been announced and have been confirmed as a Sophie Lancaster stage headliner. Please do not be Sunday fucking night, because I don't want to stay that late, and you're going to force me to, because it's fucking Zeal and Ardor, one of the best modern bands, projects, ideas currently going. Any doubt was blown away with the new album, the self-titled. This is a band more than deserving of the position they've been given immediately. First time at Bloodstock is going to be incredible. I am going to get a fucking interview from this band at this fest. I'm doing it. I'm going to go out of my way to fight for this one. Can't wait. Zeal and Ardor, we're both huge fans. I'm sure you feel the same as I do, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And in everything that you said as well, because that was like, you know, I want Thursday night. I know that might seem like a weird night, but I want that Thursday night. You know, that first night, I want Zeal and Ardor to be headlining the Thursday night, man.
Yep.
That night when you got nothing else to do but other than just go there, drink and fucking lose. But I think as well as I know we're gonna love it. I know everybody that we are with will love it. But I also think anyone who isn't sure or whatever, if you go and see them live, they are as good as they are on record. They're a phenomenal act live, like absolutely brilliant, and well deserved. Like, to be honest with you, I think this is well deserved. Seen them kind of growing, haven't we, from like a very, very, like you said, a one-man project to what they are now, where you know you can go on YouTube and is it Hellfest? I can't remember what festival it was, where you can watch like their full kind of performance on there, and like, you know, the crowd is big and they sound fucking phenomenal. I can't wait already. You know, and we've best one.
The joke is we're seeing them in November anyway. So it's like it's still even more exciting because of the whole. And I guess because Bloodstock 2022 is so fresh in our minds, I can picture the Sophie 10, I can picture the atmosphere, I can picture the smoke, I can picture the imagery,
and headlining as well, man. So it's going to be dark. You know, it's going to be it's going to be atmospheric, and it's going to be brilliant.
There it is. Rundown of the first set of bands announced for Bloodstock 2023. We will be there. Our tickets are bought. Will you? You should come. Based off those bands, some great stuff already. And, you know, this is way before we can get to the awesome stuff of new blood bands and stuff like that. So, you know what to do, though. You got any thoughts on what we've just talked about? You got any thoughts and explanations for Unto Others, or a deeper dive or something like Gatecreeper for us to check out? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?